All right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, this is Board in the House. Today's replay is a true duel between silentProtest and the top tier wizard Sam 684. Okay, so Sam, they are a top player. silentProtest, they were the number 2 player for a long time. All right, so this game is full of sneaky Senate plays. The match has divine meddling and one giant coup that seals the deal. So stick around. You are about to witness a masterclass in control for Seven Wonders Duel. All right, so first up, we are choosing the different wonders. So Curia Julia, Colossus, Appian Way, Divine Theater. All great choices, honestly. Sam's going to start having that first player advantage. Are they going to pick Curia Julia or are they going to pick the Divine Theater? All right, let's see. Moving through this, they are going to pick Curia Julia. Everybody knows it. Curia Julia, the best one for these. Next up, I'm thinking Divine Theater gets chosen here. That would make sense, right? Oh, wait, they first have to pick the conspiracy, of course. All right, and then Divine Theater gets taken by silentProtest, along with the Appian Way. An extra turn usually defeats, almost always defeats, a non-extra turn. And then next up, silentProtest gets their first pick. This might be the case, though, where it doesn't actually happen. So, all right, so Sam's grabbed Curia Julia, and they're banking on some future trickery. silentProtest swoops in with those two powerful wonders. Sam is casually secures the Colossus. Then the protest takes place in a little bit, where now Sphinx or Knossos. Which one would you pick? And the correct answer is actually Knossos, because that is also an S tier level wonder. And we are going to get out of here and go to the big screen. Not that screen, this screen right here, where we can see things a little bit better, smoother. All right. And from picking Knossos, they get to choose a chamber to go into. I think the right answer will be to try a random one in the middle. I guessed correctly. Wow, nice. No comments. Absolutely correctly. Next up, Sphinx and Mausoleum likely are the ones going to be taken by Sam 684. Just gonna call him Sam. All right, so we are into the game, and at this point, Sam's going to go press. Silent takes Stone Reserve. Sam goes press, then Clay Pit, taking that Roman Mythology token, placing it. Protest responds with Stone Reserve, leveraging that Chamber 4 bonus. Now they control Chamber 4. That's going to be great. Getting the +2 coins from that. That's going to be good. Now, Protest discarding 3 buildings from the next couple turns, each netting 5 coins thanks to the Chamber plus the Stone Reserve. That's an early 15 coin windfall. So he's flush. He's got all the coins that he can need. Sam's going to take the Tavern. That's going to be really good. So now we're in a situation where it's the Senate conflict and the first strike. So watch throughout these next couple turns. Protest takes Senate Chamber 2. Triggers a decree and even pushes the conflict pawn 1 step, targeting Sam's capital. That is a bold move for Age 1. But then we have Sam using Extortion to take away a very powerful wonder, snatches up the Divine Theater right out from Protest's collection. Now, not only does he rob Protest's future, but he also earns an extra turn. That is efficiency. Okay, so plus bonuses with Divine Theater. And now let's go Pantheon build into Senate swing. So Sam builds the Lumberyard, grabs an Egyptian myth token, and secures a Pantheon divinity very close to themselves. Protest builds that Claypool, moves into building the Quarry right after it. And meanwhile, Sam, they're going to just recruit some senators. You're going to see right here. Sam recruits middle senators, nudges a cube into that chamber 4, removing control from Protest. Okay, so Protest, they try to fight back with Pharmacist. They got this Greek mythology token from it, but Sam pulls another cube into 4, firmly anchoring Senate control for that most powerful Senate chamber right now. So now we're moving into the mid-game of Age 1. They're going to score these plays and some decrees. So Protest builds the Glassworks. You see there, he nudged the Conflict Pawn. He's still pushing in military tension. That is crazy. But pushing in that Conflict Pawn, that should help. They just need one more push and they can take that military token, knock it down. But this is a crazy game. They're already pushing in military in Age 1. That's not very normal. Okay, so Sam builds the theater for free. That's the magic number 2. Get 2 blue. 2 blue in Age 1. You want that. Only one player can get 2 blue. Sam's got it. Protest responds with Politician in the right section and secures Chamber 6. It's tense. Senate control is swinging. Next up, we are about to move into Age 2. Military and Senate domination. Sam's going to likely choose themselves to go first. That's what you usually do in Age 2. If you have a choice, and you do have the choice, even if you didn't take the last card, you're losing in military. That is a boon going into Age 2. But not much that Silent could have done with that, or Protest could have done with that. All right, so Sam's going to begin Age 2, choosing themselves. They're going to immediately activate a very powerful divinity, Neptune, given plus, or costing 3 coins. But what that's going to help them with is that is going to have them first. They're going to, so they're going to get rid of all of their military tokens. And then where do they want to place the... Okay, so they put a cube in another section. They feel like they have control over section 4. Now they're moving into section 5. Very good. And that one is the one where they can make all their wonders a little bit cheaper as well. So getting 3 of the powers, and they're not bad powers. 3 powerful powers. And they took away the military of Silent, so bad on there. I think this decree token that it's kind of like the use the linking symbols of your opponent. I wonder how that will be used. But we will move on. Protest is going to grab Chamber 5 back momentarily. Okay. And right there, you're going to see him take Chamber 5. Bam. Sam answers by taking Baal, or Baal, and stealing the last gray card of Silent Protest. Okay, the Glassworks. Control shifting like lightning here on the manufactured resource economy. Manufactured goods. Kind of funny. One's called manufactured goods, the other's called raw materials. This section of the video, the conspiracies and divine strikes. So at this point, Protest fires Hades, rebuilds Sawmill for free using the ability of Hades. That is strong. Next up, Sam constructs the horse breeders. Sam's taken their first military card. All right. Push the conflict pawn, cracking an offering token. Just a 2, but that may come in handy later on. Protest is going to recruit a senator, costing 3 coins, a conspirator. They take their own little conspiracy. It's the insider influence. Unprepared at this point. Now Sam is going to build the courthouse for free. They're at so many points ahead, 12 points. And with that many blue cards, is not looking good. So Protest, they build the Appian Way for 3 victory points, take 3 coins, steal 3 coins from their opponent, and Sam's at a very low 2 coins now. You don't want to build the Appian Way when your opponent has 0 coins, because you still get the 3 coins, but you don't get the full effect of the Appian Way. So he gets that extra turn. Nice exploit of the tempo there. And moving on into the last part of Age 2. We're like setting up for the end game. How are they going to decide to win? I think it's going to come down to a points game with Sam. Yeah, there's not going to be a science rush. There's not going to be a. It's just going to come down to points. They've locked in each other on all 3 alternate win conditions. Not going to happen. It's going to come down to points. All right, so that's my guess, anyways. So Sam, he builds Brickyard, 2 coins. That's just how the Brickyards go. Silent, they're building the Conspirator, costing 4 coins for that one. Both players incredibly low on coins. So Protest, they're just prepping these conspiracies back to back. And then Sam, I think Sam's just going to discard. Yep, discard the Conspirator for 5 coins. They get the +2, leveraging once again that Chamber 4 ability. Now, Silent, just a day late and a dollar short, but takes away that Chamber 4 and moves it to Chamber 5. I wonder if Sam saw that coming. Probably not, but that insider influence. Second game that I've seen that used today that I've reviewed. All right, so Silent discarding. Sam getting a progress token. Okay, all right. Dropping that laboratory. They grab strategy. That's definitely the best of those tokens there. An extra shield, even 1 for the rest of the game, would be better than 3 points for mathematics, like 4 points for mysticism. Yeah, by far, just 1 extra shield. That would matter if he can sink it. And I think he will. I think so. Sam is going to build the statue for 4 victory points. So things are starting to snowball. 17 points to 3 points. I'm not counting any of the Senate points. I'm not counting any of the coin points, but just looking 17 raw points to 3. Not looking good for Silent. Silent finally takes their first blue card, and Sam responds with using the offering token to get a card earlier for Zeus. And then from that, they get another offering token. They upgrade their offering token. Discard a face down card. It was actually the Temple, so nothing too grand there. Sam prepares another conspiracy. Now, second wonder of Sam is built, giving Sam some coins. So this is just the perfect Senate chamber for getting coins. Oh, no. It's actually this one gets the coins. This one saves the coins and gives coins. So gave a little discount there for the Divine Theater. Didn't need to use one of the resources. Now Sam is going to pick Ra, I would imagine. Going for the Egyptian mythologies, Ra would be the answer. That makes sense. They're going to take Knossos. No! They actually take the statue of Zeus. Very interesting. Are they going to try to do a wood monopoly? So they don't care about Knossos. Like, Knossos is nothing to them. Right now, statue of Zeus is better. And that's a rare thing to happen in a game. And I'm glad that we were able to see that together. So, Silent is going to trigger foreclosure and steal the Glassworks back. But I think that statue of Zeus is going to come pretty soon. Silent is going to take the gate. There's no Ra. There's no Neptune. What's the next best god to be grabbing? Well, silentProtest activates the gate, fires off Anubis, so they get one extra turn going into the next age. A Hail Mary, perhaps, to try to take away all of the military cards from here on out. Now, the tough part will be when Silent loses their wood, it's going to be very difficult to build all of the military that they are wanting to build. And I think this is where Silent's going to get a progress token. Sure. What is it? Maybe engineering might be the right answer, I would guess. Yeah. Oh, no. They're just going for points? Mysticism? Okay. So they're not trying to go for some military thing. If they had done engineering, they still wouldn't have been able to build this military. They're losing, or they're winning in military, but because of that, they're losing. Because they're going into H3 with a 3 military right at the bottom. And Sam's got it for free. That's a 4 military push for Sam, because Sam says, I've got strategy. I've got strategy. You can't be messing with me. Nobody's going for a science win, political win. There's only 3 senators out there, and like probably all of them are going to be the conspirators. So we're not going to see a Senate win. It's going to come down to points. We know this, or maybe military. Maybe military. Okay, so we're going to keep on moving here, but it's not looking good for Silent. Not looking good at all. This is very unfortunate for Silent. That's tough. That's tough. All right. Okay. So next up, Sam is going to conspire. Okay. Let's see what type of exciting things can happen from conspiring. But even without the benefits of conspiring, I think the 19 to 6 point difference is gonna sink the game. There's nothing that Silent can do, it would seem. I think this is just a walk to the end of Age 3. Sad but true. Sam using a card from the discard pile with Isis to construct another card from the discard pile. A military, actually, and they really push hard in military. And then I think it's just going to be a quick end to the game with Colossus, then Statue of Zeus. Although Statue of Zeus is very expensive for Sam, I really thought that there was going to be a wood, a wood reserve destruction. Sorry, not wood reserve, a sawmill destruction from the Statue of Zeus. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. But, alright, so Silent just grabbing some points. This just must be so frustrating. And then Sam getting some coins from the max amount of coins possible from the Colossus. And one step away from winning in military. My goodness. Silent probably going to take that military location so they of the Senate chamber too. So they at least don't lose by military. But honestly, every military card in Age 1 or Age 3 is a 2 or a 3. So he's really only protecting from the Statue of Zeus. Which that's gonna come pretty soon. Watch the last conspiracy be a coup. That would be insanely funny. Okay. So silentProtest now, they could use the Appian Way to block out the statue of Zeus. Um, and then so they take, then you take, then they take, then you take, and then you lose in military. So they can't be doing that with the Appian Way. You know what? They could do it into this card, and then that card they could use. They've got the coins enough for it. They could take the Senate chamber that they might need to be able to push the military one more. Because when it's even, it's one. So Appian Way would have saved them right there with a military. But oh my goodness, that is the coup. So Sam triggers coup. It is game over. Conflict pawn marches 2 spaces, reaches protest capital, and victory by military supremacy. So, some key takeaways from this game that we just watched. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on here on the that conflict token right there. Okay. Okay, so some key takeaways that we got from this. So conspiracy control, like you saw the different conspiracies that the players had. Uh, that changed everything. Stealing wonders turned the tide. Uh, and then also coup changed the tide. So conspiracy control, that was very important. Silent using foreclosure and the the insider influence, that changed things as well. Foreclosure, right? But another key takeaway: Senate dominance, that killed protest's decree economy. Um, and then progress token of strategy, that helps Sam a lot. See up above what Sam's got. Yeah. And then conflict pawn plus coup finisher, like that finished the job. After protest has no Senate resources left, like yeah, they weren't able to. Uh, if they had used Appian Way, they could have. Let's look back at the big screen. So if they had used Appian Way right there, they could have grabbed this conspirator, but it wouldn't have mattered because after that, they take Circus, and that's a 3 change for strategy. So my bad. There was nothing that Silent could do to fix that. They were banking on using Appian Way to move into getting that military building and then saving themselves just a little longer. Even then, though, yes, that we can count them having 6 extra points from mysticism. So 14 plus 6, 20 points versus 24. And then they're down in 10 or maybe 5 points from military. That was a difficult game. So I don't want to blame it all on first players. Like Sam was the first player, but it would have been interesting to have had a lot more control because silentProtest had no control. I think the really key takeaway here is don't let your opponent get extortion and raw against you. Like this is gonna be a crazy thumbnail. I'm just gonna put both of those right next to each other and be like crazy review of a game. Like where and you see the thumbnail, if you know anything about extortion, like you know, like, oh dear, like and raw, you know, like those are just way too powerful, take away so much control. Surprisingly, though, the ones that were taken were not Knossos and Appian Way. They were Statue of Zeus. Divine Theater makes sense. Divine Theater makes sense why it got taken. So some anomalies in that game. I'm glad we were able to watch through it. There you have it. Sam dismantles silentProtest. Surgical plays, conspiracy, Senate control. We saw some divine influence and one final coup. That's how you win big in Pantheon and Agora mixed all in together into one beautiful, crazy game. So, you want more breakdown tips like this? Hit the like button, subscribe for the next level Duel content I've got coming your way. Send your replays of games my way, and then we'll turn them into some crazy like Gotham chess style analyses of these different games, but in a different format, not a 2-player abstract strategy game, but a crazy, don't know how the end is going to happen, don't know what way the end's going to happen, but at least we know the scores. It's unknown end, but known scores until somebody surprises you with a military coup. That's true. So a lot of unknowns in this game. Not your abstract strategy game that Grandpa played. This is Board in the House, playing Seven Wonders Duel, and I will see you next time.